wear shades to avoid the shine. I see darkness in my mind. My life must be a crime. Ooh, wait that ass. No, sir, it's not snowing. Still like element 115 alien shit. These APs shining like a billion ducking shit. Got two APs on my wrist. Hey, why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Hey, why do I have to lie? Got two APs. Doggy! Hey, hey, Doggy! Wake that ass up, baby! Wop, wop. Oh, wake that ass up, baby. Make that ass drop. Nigga, never stop. Never, never, never stop. Got two APs on my wrist. Hey, why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Got two APs on my wrist. Hey, why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Got two APs on my wrist. Hey, why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Got two APs on my wrist. Hey, why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Why do I have to lie? Got two APs on my wrist. Got two APs on my wrist. They be running all day like AP on that feeling shit. Got two APs on my wrist. Got two APs on my wrist. They be running all day like AP on that feeling shit. Oh, wake that ass up, baby. Oh, wake that ass up, baby. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell back again with another episode of Wake That Ass Up, where we bring you sports, news, entertainment, and life, baby. Okay? We bring you sports, news, entertainment, and life in this good old morning here. Good morning, y'all. I hope y'all doing well. It was raining this morning. We got a nice little bit of rain here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The weather today gonna be 74 and looking at. I don't know the weather. I don't know the fucking weather. I don't know what the weather gonna be, but listen, it's definitely gonna be a little rainy. It's gonna be a little rainy. So if you're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, get your motherfucking rain jacket, get you something that's something, okay? Because you're gonna get wet. All right, today on Wake That Ass Up, the government's still on holiday for all my people overseas. That means vacation if you in America. All my people in America, the government still shut down. And the House said, we not voting shit this week. We taking the whole week off. These motherfuckers, they taking paid vacation and shit because they still get paid. You know they still get paid. Trump spoke as well. So Trump spoke for about an hour about a whole bunch of shit. But he talked about the shutdown, some other shit like that. So we're going to talk about Trump. Netflix has a problem. A big problem. I'm talking about a big money problem. Netflix is losing bread. I'm talking about billions. They ain't losing just a little bit of money. I ain't talking about no pocket change. I ain't talking about no stuff you find on the street. I'm talking about billions. They losing billions over some woke-ish. We gonna talk about what's going on with Netflix, and we gonna finish off with some Diddy Bop in the jail. Boy, I know Diddy thought it was sweet. I know Diddy thought it was sweet. I know Diddy thought it was sweet. What up, y'all? What up? 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 I'm gonna get y'all a figure. Diddy thought it was sweet. That nigga had a party set up and everything. He really thought he was about to get away. He really thought he was about to just get, hey, you served about a year and a half already, you good. Nah, nigga, nah. So we gonna talk about Diddy last. But everybody out there, it's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I actually got an MMA fight coming up. My second amateur mixed martial arts fight coming up this Saturday. So Friday we'll be doing a 12-hour live stream for the weigh-in, the drive up to Superior, Wisconsin, all that shit. And then Saturday we'll be streaming the whole fight. It'll start at 5 o'clock. UFC legend Matt Serra will be in attendance. So that'll be awesome. I've just been recovering and fucking trying to get my foot and knee where it needs to be because I'm still injured, still going through rehab. But that's what we fighters do. We do what we gotta do. A lot of us hurt, a lot of us injured, but we don't give a damn. We go out there and do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. Who gives a damn? All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Let's get to it. Also, let me start this by prefacing Hey, listen, I do this shit for me. Okay? I do this YouTube shit for me. Everything y'all do, you should do it for you. You should love you. You should be happy. You should do anything that you want to do in your life. I say that to let you know I don't give a damn about what y'all talking about in the comments. If you come out here talking crazy, if you come out here saying anything goofy, I may respond, I may not respond. Okay? To everybody on the chat, if you make any type of comment, whether it's negative or positive, I don't care what it is. All right? I'm gonna give you a shout out at the end. So I may not respond to all of you guys right away because I'm gonna be focused on the conversation, my thoughts, and all that shit. But at the end, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. So if you join the chat, just I'm letting you know, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Now I ain't one of these motherfucking streamers that be begging and shit for all this. Make sure you like, share. I don't give a damn if you like, share, subscribe. Okay, like I said, I'm doing this for me. But I will give you a shout out to show you support for coming on and showing me support. All right, because you just coming on is enough. All right, I don't need y'all doing all that extra shit. This is just enough. All right. Just letting you know, just before I even get going. So don't be hearing, why didn't you respond to me? I already told you in the beginning. It ain't that fucking serious. And if you make it that serious, I will remove your motherfucking ass. I'm just letting you know. All right, let's get into Trump. We're going to start with Trump, punk ass. Trump, what you got to say today, buddy? What up, everybody?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. We have a very big signing today having to do with Alaska, a place that I'm very familiar with. And we're making it greater, bigger, and more powerful, and job producing. It's an economic gold mine, so to speak. And I signed this years ago, and Biden unsigned it for me. This was something that should have been long operating and making billions of dollars for our country and supplying a lot of energy and minerals and everything else that we're talking about. And they undid it and wasted a lot of time and a lot of money, a lot of effort. And now we're starting again.
DJ Khaled. That was a good one.
I'd like to ask your Department of Interior.
That was a good one, LaQuisha.
Fantastic job. Doug Burgum to say a few words about it, and we'll go to Chris after you and anybody else that wants to say something. And it's a very powerful deal, very, very big deal from the standpoint of minerals and energy. So thank you all for being here. Doug, please go ahead.
Well, thank you, President Trump. Yesterday is a historic day. President Trump, as he promised when he was running in the election to the American people, that he was going to unlock the potential of this country. He was going to unlock America's mineral wealth. He was going to generate.
Yeah, you can't go to an ad that quick, shit. Maybe
online is
he was going to supply chains around critical minerals for our country. On day one, he signed in a very important executive order unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential, and this is part of the continuation.
They got in Alaska.
Things that have already happened with Alaska that are moving forward. There's more to come, but big milestone today in reversing this Biden era decision about the Ambler Road. This is a 211-mile long road that begins over 200 miles north of Fairbanks off the Hall Road that goes up to the North Slope. This road goes to an area where there's no roads. Ambler Mining District at the end of that has some of the richest mining deposits in all of America and in all of the world. And these are minerals that are absolutely essential to defense, to industry moving forward today. Just take copper alone. This is one of the richest copper locations in the country. And of course, today to build a
well, bro, with the damn
copper required for that, even a single family home today may have as much as 400 pounds of copper in a home. And we have, as a nation, under the...
It's crazy how they make us like get really distracted with like media. Like most people wake up and go to sleep thinking about like entertainment in some regard or like what they gotta do the next day in their life, like just basic stuff. While like these governments and these major hidden underground or in the ocean or wherever these damn secret societies and secret governments and even our regular out and open governments, right? They all are playing a game for like the world. Like they playing a real life game. They trying to get minerals. They trying to like they really playing a real life game. And they got most humans thinking that life's about fucking Kim Kardashian and P. Diddy. To be honest, even I'm about to talk about P. Diddy today. When these motherfuckers out in Alaska trying to get all types of shit for who knows what. Sometimes I really think like, damn, most of us on the ground level, we really are just clueless as to what's really going on in the world. Like we're here, we're present, but we don't really know what the fuck going on. Like we confused.
In the past, have basically gotten out of the mineral and energy and mining area. President Trump, when he said drill baby drill.
Damn, Sylvia, you ain't gonna share that? You ain't gonna share no oil?
Business. China controls 85 to 100% of all the mining and refining.
You ain't gonna share no oil?
Minerals. And in this mine area out there, we got copper, lead, zinc, gold, silver, gallium, germanium. So rich in all of the minerals that we need to win the AI arms race against China and to prosper as a country. And so, again, today, this was his history.
Oh, yeah, this AI arms race is gonna be crazy. Have you guys seen that Sora 2 app? Or the Sora 2? What they've been doing with that online with Pikachu and all the damn animes and Michael Jackson and Jesus and Tupac and all that shit? Yo, hey, woo! You ain't about to know what's real and you ain't about to know what's fake. You ain't about to have no clue. When you turn your phone on, or you turn your TV, or your laptop, or anything that got a screen in front of it, if it ain't right in front of your face, and even if it's right in front of your face, you're not even gonna know. It could be a robot. It's getting to the point where you're not gonna be able to discern what is real versus what is fake. Nowhere. No matter where you go. It's getting that serious. What up, everybody?
Being made. When some of this was set aside in 1980 by Jimmy Carter, there was a special authority created for presidents to decide if there was a dispute. And so for the first time in history, a president is actually using that authority. President Trump, as he does, using his authority for the benefit of the American people. And the appeal came in from the state of Alaska asking that this road be built. Alaska's not a colony, they're a state. They have an opportunity to build roads like any other state. With this signing, President Trump, Alaska would go ahead and build this road. It'll be a toll road, not a public road. It's a toll road, so it'll be controlled in terms of traffic. It's a gravel road. It'll be sensitive to the environment. It'll be collaboration with the Native Alaskan corporations.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Sylvia, the United States about gangster as fuck. They're already at war with the cartels and shit, blowing up boats and shit in the ocean. I don't know why we don't give a fuck. We Trump on some shit. So if there was some oil there we really needed, you think Deb Trump wouldn't come try to get that shit somehow? Trump would go get that shit. Trump crazy. Don't provoke Trump. Don't if you got some shit he really need, he would go get it. We just don't need oil right now. We just don't. Oil is not it's not something that is where the future is headed at the end of the day. And we do have an abundance of it here already in America. That's why we go and get it from other places, so we ain't got to use our shit here, because I ain't gonna lie, in America, these motherfuckers greedy. We greedy as fuck in America. I ain't even gonna hold you. We ain't trying to use our own resources. We use everybody else shit. We really do. We use everybody else shit. People don't realize that shit. Motherfucker, America been using everybody else shit. I swear to God, we be quick. Come on, we're 37 trillion in debt. We don't give a fuck. What debt? That fake money? And guess what we got from that fake money? A bunch of resources we need. That's how America thinking. America think totally different. Like, they force, power, strength. So that's the military. That's why we invest the most in our military. And then we think in the future. At the end of the day, like, what's the next 10 years going to be like in general?
In terms of how it's built and how it's used, supporting the Alaskan Native tribes with subsistence hunting regulations on either side of this. But this opens up a wealth of resources.
I agree with you, Sylvia.
In addition, there's going to be an announcement made later today that is part of this announcement.
I agree with you, Sylvia.
The United States government is making an investment in Trilogy Minerals. They're one of the companies that has mining claims in this area that is a remote wilderness right now. And again, making that investment so we can make sure that we're securing these critical mineral supplies, and that ownership in that company will benefit the American people. With that, I'll kick it over to Chris Wright.
Thank you, Doug, and what a huge thank you to the president today. This is a tremendous achievement for the people of Alaska. We were in the North Slope of Alaska a few months ago celebrating energy development there. They want jobs and opportunity to develop the resources on their lands. This is another major step forward. We say energy is the lifeblood of society, the circulatory system. Minerals and metals, they're the skeletal infrastructure, the physical upholding of everything we do. Everywhere we walk and operate, your cameras, everything you hold are made out of metals and minerals. President Biden thought it was appropriate to offshore both of these industries outside of our country. That has not left us in a strong place. President
Well,
Trump
with those tariffs, Trump can do a lot. I mean, he started adding increases to those tariffs. I mean, a lot of countries are going to just wilt and say, okay, we'll give you what you want. I mean, pretty much every country needs America to survive. It's just that simple. Without America, you're not surviving. There's no survival without America in this world. You need America. You need it. Like we are the reason why most economies thrive. They have to sell things to us, and that money they get really helps their economy at the end of the day. If you're not selling to America, who are you selling to? I mean, we're the biggest buyers and purchasers of damn near everything.
More strongly in his second term is bringing those industries back to our country. America was a mining powerhouse for a long, long time, and our mining industry got squelched. Now we're seeing it come back to life. You saw the president's truth not long ago about a deal for lithium production in Nevada just a week or so ago. This will more than tenfold increase American lithium production. And this infrastructure, this mining road in the Ambler Mining District, will just
the polar bears.
future mining opportunities for our country's security and economic opportunities for the people of Alaska. Our critical minerals and mining expert within the administration is standing right next to me, David Copley. I'll see if he wants to add any words.
This is a really big deal for the American mining industry, and I think it shows the president's seriousness about getting this industry good.
Well, you know they found all those bones in Alaska, right? All those fossils from all those crazy animals from the Ice Age. So what I think is there's some shit in Alaska that they discovered, and they want to find a way to get it.
Going, making sure we have the critical minerals we need for our defense industrial base and for our broader economy.
Thank you very much. And I think we want to get this going by a certain time, so I sign it, and Will, I'm going to give it to you, and you get it filed. And good job. It's a big job. Thank you very much.
These gloves can withstand 1,340-degree flames, broken glass, and razor-sharp blades.
So we created a great deal of wealth for that part of the world and that part of our country by doing this long, very difficult road to build, and we'll be talking about that sometime later. But it's a great deal for our country. It's a great deal for the people of our country and for the taxpayers of our country. And if you have any questions on that, let me know. Steve?
Listen, if you got a farm, I come to the farm where the farm located. I need some farm fresh eggs.
Road, as an industrial road, it'll have ownership. It'll likely be split between the state of Alaska, the federal government, and the Native Alaska corporations. We would expect that construction would begin next spring with planning throughout this winter. The 211-mile.
Because you special today, okay? You special today, Sylvia. Say your special day.
Handle the weight of the trucks that are going in and out. This is typical design that far north. Because asphalt with a freeze-thaw cycle, very difficult with asphalt and concrete. So gravel, a fantastic gravel road is going to have the least impact on the environment, going to be the best suited purpose. Alaska's done this in the past with the Red Dog mine. They built a toll road that again has ownership. The companies that use the road pay to transit that road. So this is an economic model used around the world in mining districts. We'll apply it right here. And again, it's going to generate revenue for the American people and for the citizens of Alaska as opposed to a cost.
And also two bridges. We're going to build two bridges that will be able to complete, and we'll get them up very quickly.
How long to complete 211 miles?
Yeah, we'll get it done in less than a year.
It's going to come in three phases. The first road is
a big ass bridge,
quickly, which is they call it a pilot road. We'll build a single lane a single-lane gravel road through the full duration of it.
211 miles?
Expanded to a second phase and then a third phase over time. But again, we want to get that pilot road built because then we can help get materials back to help the mine get started quickly as well.
Mr. President, there's negotiations happening with your team in Egypt right now over your proposed peace plan. It was reported by Axios over the weekend that you had called with Prime Minister Netanyahu, where you told him to stop being so negative and to take the win when it came to Hamas's response to that. Is that true?
No, it's not true. He's been very positive. He's been very positive on the deal. Everybody is. I think every nation is. We have just about every nation working on this deal and trying to get it done. Something that you could say 3,000 years if you look at it in certain ways, or you could say centuries, but this is a deal that incredibly everyone just came together. They all came together. No, Israel's been great. They've all been good, Caitlin.
And in the negotiations, do you have any red lines in terms of Hamas disarming and whatnot?
No, I have red lines. If certain things aren't met, we're not going to do it. But I think we're doing very well, and I think Hamas has been agreeing to things that are very important.
Mr. President, if the vote today fails in the Senate, will that trigger layoffs?
It could, at some point it will, and the Democrats are the ones that started this, and if you think about it, it's about health care to a large extent. It's about, we want great health care for people. We don't want to give the money away to other people that come pouring into our country, and they've already poured because nobody's coming into our country. Now we have the border totally stopped. In fact, numbers we just announced again, we're at another 0. So we have 0 for 4 months in a row. 0 people coming into our country illegally. That's a pretty good number. I'm not sure even I can believe that, Doug, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
Millions of people to 0, but it's pretty close to that number. And the way you stop them is not to give away, not to announce that you're giving everybody free health care, free this and that, but what that does is it affects the American people, because the American people are unable to get good health care. Obamacare has been a wreck, as you know, and to do that, we have to keep it
what up, everybody?
And do the best you can with it. It's a mess. But a lot of things are going on.
What do you guys think about Obamacare? Because they always going in on Obamacare, but it has to be helping somebody. It can't be helping nobody. But they always trying to get rid of Obamacare. Like, what do y'all really think about Obamacare? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't understand why the Republicans are so staunch on trying to get rid of Obamacare. I don't get it. I don't get it.
In that, we talk about Hamas, and we talk about negotiations that we have going on right now. We have a negotiation going on right now with the Democrats that could lead to very good things. And I'm talking about good things with regard to health care.
Are you speaking with Democratic leaders?
Well, I don't want to say that. But we are speaking with the Democrats, and some very good things could happen with respect to health care.
Would you make a deal with them on the ACA subsidies?
If we made the right deal, I'd make a deal, sure.
So
I mean, you have right now subsidies. You have subsidies. That's the problem with Obamacare. The subsidies are so much. It's billions and billions of dollars is being wasted. And we can have a much better health care than we have right now. And we're talking to them. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen, because this has also been going on, not for 3,000 years, but it's been going on for a long time. But yeah, we're talking to the Democrats. I'd like to see a deal made for great health care. Yeah, I want to see great health. I'm a Republican, but I want to see health care, but much more so than the Democrats.
So from all of this, as you know, the American people are experiencing a lot of pain with any kind of government shutdown. And while you're dealing with Democrats, of course, Republicans are standing their ground. What is your message directly to the American people who may encounter some of this pain and despair? How do you get them hope?
Well, up till now, there hasn't been a great deal of pain. There could be a great deal of pain, but up till now, there hasn't been. I will say this, just hang in there, because I think a lot of good things are going to happen. That's all I can say. I mean, I think a lot of good things can happen.
No, I mean, I do think exports are going to different places, but at the end of the day, you got to sell to America. Like, there's no not selling to America. Like, you got to sell to us. Like, at the end of the day, if your country want to thrive and make money, you got to sell to us. I don't know no country that's thriving without selling something to us. China got to sell to us. Everybody has to sell to us. Everybody has to sell to America. There's no choice. You ain't got no choice.
And that could also pertain to health care.
Mr. President, I've seen a surge in attacks on ICU
in Dallas, and over the weekend in Chicago. We saw 10 cars boxing in on ICE agents and another one ramming into an ICE vehicle.
Yeah.
We have heard Secretary Noem saying that some of these attackers are actually organized and they're planning to kill and ambush these officers.
Right.
What are the consequences?
Very severe. We're going to have very severe. We're going to find out who's going after our federal agents. So when you look at Chicago, they've had probably 50 murders in the last 6 or 7 months, 8 months. Many people shot, like 30, 40, 50 people shot. Didn't die, but they've been shot. It's like a war zone. And then I listened to the governor and the mayor get up and say how they have it under control. They don't. It's probably worse than almost any city in the world. You can go to Afghanistan. You can go to a lot of different places, and they probably marvel at how much crime we have. Then you go to Memphis, where we are right now. Now, it's and just like in Washington D.C. right now. You people know better than I do, because you have to live right inside. And so many of the press have come to me and they've said, I can't believe it, it's changed so much. We have a safe city in Washington. Memphis will very soon have a safe city. Chicago.
Okay, so I agree with the cleanup of the violence. So like in certain cities like Chicago, where the government, the state government, is not trying to clean it up because they profit from all of the violence and things like that due to the budget they receive to clean it up, I agree with it. So you got to go into certain cities and implement stricter rules and things like that for environments that aren't conducive for growth. And in certain areas, it really is bad. And they really do need more help, because local police and state police, they're not doing what they need to do. That's why the violence has continued on. So you need I guess maybe a bigger gun, which would be the damn fucking, what are they called? Can't remember the name of them. What they called? Yeah, what are they called? The National Guard, my bad. The National Guard. And that's what they're doing, you know? Send the National Guard in. Send them big guns in. Send organized individuals in who knows what they're doing, and they can go in and actually instill fear and change things and stuff like that. Sometimes you need force to get things to be put back into their correct position or place, or to make things better. And I think in this instance, not like brutal force or anything like that, but you may need to go in and show force. Like, hey, you guys can't be doing this. Let's cut this out. People trying to raise kids, people trying to go to school, people trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And in certain cases, I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go into places where the crime is really not that bad, well, then now you're just making everyone afraid. And that's just too much. So certain places, they need it. Chicago, in certain areas, they fucking need it, okay? Memphis, in certain areas, they fucking need it. I'm in Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, we need it in certain places, because, damn, it's getting bad.
It can be very, very safe. It's going to be very safe. But Chicago is going to be very safe. And you say, why is it that a governor wouldn't accept free help from regardless? I mean, whether it's National Guard or the military or anybody. I mean, if women raped and beaten and knocked to hell, and the same with men, where they're being shot all over the place in large numbers. I mean, we had a week in Chicago where 11 people were murdered and 38 people were shot. And then we have a governor get up and say, oh, it's safe, we can handle it. He can't handle it. He's an incompetent guy. That's why they threw him out of the family business. They threw him out. I knew the family business very well. And they threw him out. And now he's a governor. And he should say, we'd love to have a safer place. Chicago's a great city potentially. You know, I told you, the head of the Union Pacific Railroad said, sir, save Chicago. It's a great city. It's going to be lost if you don't do it. We have no choice but to do this. And when judges give us rulings that, you know, you don't have to do it, Portland is on fire.
Where you at, Manic Cam?
On fire for years. And not so much saving it. We have to save something else, because I think that's all insurrection. I really think that's really criminal insurrection. So I appreciate the question. These are unsafe places. We're going to make them safe. So you see what's going on in Memphis. Not pretty, but you know what? We're doing a pretty job, because it's going to be a very safe place in a little while. And the people of Memphis are so happy that we're there. And the people of Chicago. So you have black women with MAGA hats on in Chicago, all over the place. They want the guard to...
Hey, listen, I'm in agreement with the National Guard in a lot of respects, sending them in. You got to listen. Some places are too dangerous, and if you have not been to these places, you can't speak on it. I've been to a lot of places that are very dangerous, and I would say send the National Guard. The fucking cops ain't doing shit. Listen, in Chicago, if you actually, let's just break down Illinois. So if you actually kind of understand, or you've been there, you've lived there, or you're from there, you don't know what's going on, blah 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 blah. Okay, so you got like, let's go, you getting out of Wisconsin, and then you getting into like Waukegan and Zion and all those areas, and those areas got a little bit of crime. It's a little bit dangerous. It's not as dangerous as when we go a little bit further into Illinois, but it's still dangerous. You go west, you got Rockford and places like that, and there's a little bit of danger there too. You go to Rockford, motherfuckers. If you ain't never been to Rockford, motherfuckers ain't playing in Rockford either. There's some people out there for sure. Not the whole thing, but there's some places in Rockford. You know what I'm saying? That's just taking things way out west and shit. But let's keep that thing going straight down, motherfucking south, and we'll get down to like, you get down to your nice ass towns. You got like Lake Forest, Vernon Hills, and Highland Park, and Palatine, and all these other random ass places. Keep going south a little bit further and further and further and further, and you got Evanston, and you got Skokie, and you got all these other areas, and then you get into the city, right? So we ain't even into like where it's crazy yet, but we're starting to get into it, right? We're starting to get into areas where it might feel like it's crazy, but it's not like absolutely crazy. So you start to get down by like Wrigley Field, and you go a little bit further west, and as you go a little bit further west, it gets a little bit crazier because you got a different population of people, but not too crazy. You keep going south, you get more nice ass Wicker Park and all these other nice ass towns, Lincoln Park and every other park you can think of and shit. And there's a bunch of nice towns. You get all by Lakeshore Drive and all by fucking what is it called? Soldier Field and all that stuff. It's pretty decent. Then you start getting by the White Sox Stadium. And once you get over there, certain parts are, but not too bad. And then you go a little deeper, and you go deeper. Then you get into like the west side and south side of Chicago, where people are really talking about. And in that area, okay, that's where it's pretty dangerous. Even speaking about the United Center. You go to United Center, it's one of those crazy things. If you literally just go to United Center, go on the block. If you walk one direction, you can walk right into the fucking hood and have issues like a motherfucker. Take your shit. You walk the other direction, ain't nothing but people in suits and ties and nice cars. So that's really, the United States is the only place where it's like, damn, where you say like, okay, that's something that's super nice and it's super dangerous. It could be super dangerous. But they got it locked down, so shit don't really happen there unless you walk your ass the wrong direction because you don't know where you at. So most of Chicago ain't really that dangerous. But there is a pocket, okay? The west and south side, not playing games. So the people in that pocket, they need this. The people in that pocket need this. They 100% need this. The people in the other pockets don't need it as much. Okay, if you in Highland Park and you in these other places, you don't need all that shit. You don't want the national. I get it. If you in downtown Chicago, like, I get it. I understand. I totally get it. But if you in some of these other parts, okay, you want it. You want it. And if you ain't never been to those parts, you want it. Take that train a little bit too far. Take that train a little bit too far and see where you get dropped off. Oh, okay, you'll be like, damn.
Come in, or they don't care who comes in. They just want to be safe. And they really don't care. You know, there was one woman, and she was great today. She said, you know what? I don't care if it's the National Guard, the Army, the Marines, the Air Force. I don't care who comes in as long as we're safe. And that's the way most of the public feels. We're going to make Chicago really great again, and we're going to stop this crime. Then we're going to go to another one, and we're going to go city by city. We're going to have safe cities. And it was so great that we started with our nation's capital. One of the worst, I mean, so many people, every week, somebody was killed. They come from Iowa, they come from Indiana, they want to see the Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. They want to see something and they get shot. and you'd call their parents, I'm sorry, but your son is dead. And they go, what do you mean he's dead? Came to Washington, D.C. Not anymore. That's not happening anymore. We have a safe place. We have a safe capital. It's as safe as we have probably almost just about in the country. And if you look back 6 months ago, 7 months ago, this was a death trap. You look back during the Biden.
What is the safest state in the country? Does somebody know? Somebody let me know. What's the safest state in the United States of America?
I mean, what they did, how badly they managed things. And almost all of these cities, most of these cities are Democrat run. And we don't care, Democrat, Republican, we're going to make them safe. So we have to save Chicago. It's very important.
Vermont?
And you can't have a governor getting up and saying it's good when 11 people were shot
Maine, Vermont?
over a weekend. What? Well, I do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary. But we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors.
Is it not Indiana?
Sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure.
Hey, listen. Shout out to Indiana. I was born in Hammond, Indiana. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I was born in Hammond, Indiana. So to all my folks out in Indiana and all my folks out in Hammond, Indiana, hey, salute y'all. What up, Indiana? What up, Indiana? But the ghost came from Indiana.
We have to make sure that our cities are safe. And
what's going on with the water in Indiana?
We started with D.C. It's been so successful. Think of it.
Okay, Vermont, followed by Maine and New Hampshire.
Restaurants were closing. We're losing a lot of restaurants, as you all know. And now restaurants are opening and they're thriving. And I went 2 weeks ago and it was great. I'm going to go again. I felt very safe, very safe. Forgetting about guards and Secret Service, and I would have gone. It would have been very safe. D.C. is a great, and look at the cleanliness of D.C. Look at how it's clean. You don't have tents all over the place. We had parks where you couldn't even walk through the park. You had people from tents.
It's yellow.
And there were violent people. Some of these people.
Wait a minute, like what's yellow? Like the water coming out the tap, and like everywhere, or in like certain places. Like, is the water yellow? Like, what you talking about is yellow?
We have a great, safe capital again. And if you look at it in 6 months from now, it'll be the most beautiful anywhere in the world. It's being cleaned. The graffiti's all gone now. The tents are all gone. We have a capital that you can be proud of, but it'll only get better with time.
It was October 7th, the 2-year anniversary of the regional Israeli attack.
Co-producer is going to give you unique.
Don't give me unique nothing. Yeah, what you talking about the water yellow? Like, what's going on with the pipes?
It's a hard thing for me to say that when for years and years they've been trying to have a deal with Gaza, but I mean, literally for centuries, okay, if you really think about it. But we're going to have a Gaza deal, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And what was the about the talks?
Well, I'm the one that got the hostages back, remember that, you know? I'm the one that, I got them back.
Hey, Trump be taking credit for everything.
In this deal, should it come through, there will be a lot of celebration on the streets of Israel. The hostages' families, have they been in contact with you?
I swear, Trump be taking credit for everything, don't he? He don't play around. He taking credit for anything that he thought he may have done. All right, I'm going to transition real quick to this lady speaking about this government shutdown in America.
Happy Monday. Let's get to it, and we'll begin with a few scheduling announcements today. President Trump will be hosting the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney tomorrow for a working meeting here at the White House. On Thursday, the president will host his 8th cabinet meeting.
Damn, 1997?
Team. Also on Thursday afternoon, President
the Nobel Peace Prize stuff is crazy. They be just handing that shit out now.
Here at the White House. The president also wanted me to relay his congratulations to...
Yeah, the Nobel Peace Prize stuff is crazy. They just be handing that shit out to anybody and everybody now. And then that water being yellow like that in 1997? Come on, man, that's ridiculous. They gotta get that figured out.
For electing their next prime minister, a highly respected person who also happens to be the first.
Hey, I was born in 91, baby.
for our great ally.
I'm Big Unc.
While President Trump continues to negotiate peace deal.
Shout out to all my 90s babies. I was born in 91, baby. I'm Big Unc. Let's go. 90s babies.
Meets with world leaders and celebrates the 250th birthday of our United States Navy, as you saw he and the First Lady do just yesterday. Democrats, unfortunately, are continuing to play political games. And we are now in day 6 of the Democrat federal government shutdown. Millions of American federal workers are under enormous financial stress as a result, wondering how they will pay their bills and take care of their families. If the Democrats do not vote...
Hey, 92! Graduated high school in 91! 47! Hey! Shout out to all my people over here. Let's go!
...will run out of federal money very soon. This program provides vouchers to buy infant formula, fresh fruits and vegetables, and other healthy foods for low-income families. It can be easily fully funded if Democrats simply vote tonight to reopen the government. Also, our incredible military...
So they say that if you got like WIC or some of that stuff, the money about to run out if they don't open the government. So if you own any of those programs, make sure you get your stuff together before they let the money go away, and then you go to the store and you try to scan your card to get your baby some formula and it say decline, because they don't give a fuck. They're gonna just let the shit just go.
Service members who risk their lives to preserve and defend our country are now working without pay and will miss their next paychecks if this Democrat shutdown does not end tonight. The Republican-backed clean and nonpartisan funding bill fully funds this important...
But they don't care because they still getting paid. You know, every politician right now is still getting their paychecks. So they don't care how long this take. They gonna get whatever they need to get done because they still getting paid, man. Dougie, my boy, what up, bro?
Food aid program gets our troops paid and reopens the government. So all of this begs the question, what is the Democrat ongoing shutdown truly about? The sad truth, we believe, is that the Democrats intentionally shut down the government and are inflicting this pain on American citizens to try and demand free health care for illegal aliens. Of course, this is an indefensible and truly radical policy to be in favor of, let alone to use as the primary reason to shut down the United States government. So the Democrats and their allies are desperately lying about their true motivations. We have to set the record straight with the facts so the American people understand what's really at play here. House Republicans passed a clean and nonpartisan funding bill to keep the government open and ensure our troops and other hardworking Americans are paid. Every single House Democrat except one voted against this clean and nonpartisan funding bill. Senate Republicans have subsequently tried to pass this same clean funding bill for...
That's what I said, like... Literally, we 37 trillion in debt, and all of this shit is over giving a few billions to illegal immigrants. Now, I agree. I don't think we should be giving money to motherfuckers that ain't got citizenship here or any type of damn benefits when there's people out here that's struggling who got citizenship. There's veterans struggling. There's plenty of homeless people struggling. There's single moms struggling. There's single dads struggling. There's single people struggling. There's old people struggling. There's young... Everybody's struggling. So a lot of that money and resources should be given to the people here. But at the end of the day, if it's going to cause us to just shut down and ain't nobody getting shit, well then let them motherfuckers have a couple billion in, man. Damn, shit. It's just paper printed money anyways. It's all fucking fake. It ain't even real.
And tonight, to fully pass it to be sent to the president's desk for signature, and the president is ready to sign this bill to reopen the government as soon as it is sent to his desk. Yet every single Senate Democrat except 3 have voted against this clean and nonpartisan funding bill. The Democrats' current position is that the only way the American government can reopen is if illegal aliens can get free health care. Don't take my word for it, just look at what's inside of the Democrats' proposal to reopen the government. Their funding proposal would result in nearly $200 billion spent on health care for illegal aliens and other non-citizens over the next decade.
$200 billion? Nah, nigga, you got to keep the government shut down. 200 billion is a lot. No, we can't be giving motherfuckers 200 billion. Nigga, that number crazy. 200? I thought they were talking about like 1 or 2 billion. maybe 3 or 4, maybe like 8 at the most. Nigga, where they be getting these numbers from? Shit's astronomical.
To put this in perspective, $200 billion is enough money to fund the entire children's health insurance program, which provides health insurance to low-income children and women. Under the Democrats' proposal, the millions of illegal aliens who improperly were granted asylum and paroled under the Biden...
Man, they ain't making these numbers up. $200 billion? Motherfucker, $1 billion could fund everything. What they fucking lying? Something ain't right. Somebody got to do this for me, because I don't know how much $1 billion is, but $1 billion is a lot of fucking money. $1 billion is a lot of fucking money. You telling me it take more than $1 billion to fund some shit? What's going on with the math? The math ain't mathing, y'all. I'm confused. Because these numbers just saying you need $200 billion. That sounds like a lot. If you give me $1 billion, I'm gonna fix a lot of shit for a long time. I'm telling you. The fuck you talking about?
The administration would once again be allowed to receive Medicaid benefits. It does not end there. The Democrat proposal would also require Medicaid to pay more for emergency care provided to illegal aliens than it does for American patients who are disabled, elderly, or children. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. The Democrat Party has unfortunately closed our government, costing Americans their jobs, threatening our military readiness, harming our economy, and causing chaos, all to help the illegals who broke into our country. Instead of holding illegal aliens accountable and removing them from our country, which is what this administration is trying to do every day, the Democrats want to give them the free benefits paid for by the American taxpayer. Democrats in 2025 are for illegal aliens first and Americans last. This is the reality we are unfortunately facing right now in Washington, D.C. President Trump and Republicans will not give in to these radical demands. The president and Republicans have a sacred responsibility to serve and protect the interests of their constituents, the American people. That's why we are backing a clean and nonpartisan funding bill with no strings attached to reopen the government. Democrats should do what they did 13 separate times under Joe Biden and vote for this exact same type of funding bill. Now the Senate will vote tonight for the 5th time to reopen the government on the 6th day of this shutdown. All we need are an additional 5 Democrat senators to end this madness and vote for the clean funding bill to reopen the government. If you are an American watching at home right now, call your Democrat senators and tell them to do the right thing and end this shutdown. With that, I will take your questions.
I will say that she is cold-blooded. She will come up there with a straight face and say what she gotta say. And sometimes, I don't know if she's telling the truth or if she lying. She cold with it. I will give her that. She passing lie detector tests, all that shit. She in the CIA. I don't know where they got her from, but motherfucker, she been trained since she was 2. I don't know what the fuck she been trained in, but she is cold-blooded and coming up here and saying what the fuck she gotta say and not giving a fuck what y'all talking about.
Here in our new media seat today, we have Elizabeth Mitchell from the Daily Signal. Elizabeth, thanks for being here, and please kick us off.
Thank you for having me. I have 2 questions. First, President Trump told reporters yesterday that firings of federal employees are taking place right now. In which departments have people already been fired from their federal jobs due to the shutdown?
The president was referring to the hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have been furloughed as a result of this federal government shutdown, both here at the White House and across the entire federal government, at agencies across the board. There are federal workers who are staying home. Many of them work in the White House. You know them. Some of them sit just behind me at those desks. They are unable to show up to work right now because the Democrats chose to shut the government down. And so we're already, unfortunately, seeing the consequence of this. And then, of course, the Office of Management and Budget is continuing to work with agencies on who, unfortunately, is going to have to be laid off if this shutdown continues.
And Secretary Robert McCain Jr. said the FDA was required by federal law to approve the new abortion pill last week. Is the administration considering steps to undo this in light of requests from pro-life Congress members and organizations?
I think Secretary Kennedy and the Department of Health and Human Services, as I addressed in the briefing last week, were following the law, and we will continue to do so. As I said last week as well, it's not an endorsement of this drug by any means. It's just a law that they were following. Jennifer.
We heard you say that you want people to call their Democratic senators. Is the president calling Democratic senators himself? Can you say what he's doing today to resolve the shutdown?
Yep, I was just in the Oval Office. He was on the phone with Speaker Johnson. He's also spoken with the Senate Majority Leader, who are in touch with, of course, moderate Democrats and Democrats across the board.
Damn, that's a lot.
We understand, hopefully want to do the right thing by their constituents to reopen the government. So the president is being kept very well apprised of the ongoing shutdown on Capitol Hill. And of course, his position is very clear. There's nothing to negotiate, just reopen the government, and then we can talk about all the important issues facing our country.
So he hasn't called specific members of Congress?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And then on the Affordable Care Act, is he willing to give more, to share more on what he'd like to negotiate on the Affordable Care Act later? Is he willing to say specifically what he would love to get with?
What if I told you for just $1 down?
I think the Democrats gonna have to concede on this one. I think if they don't, it's just gonna end bad for their party come election time. At the end of the day, I think right now the Republicans do have a stronghold. And when they make statements like, hey, we're trying to just give all this money to the American people, and the Democrats are trying to give it to illegal immigrants, it makes the Democrats seem like they've been on some shady shit for a long time, especially when it's actually written in the bill and you can go read it. So when the Democrats come and say that's not the truth, it's like, but it is. Like it's actually written down. So you just lying to me. So it's like, I really don't be knowing, man. At the end of the day, this politics shit just crazy.
Definitely committed to fixing and improving our healthcare system. You saw it again last week when he had one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world coming into the Oval Office and promising to lower drug prices by 200, 300, 100% in many cases for various types of drugs for American patients. That is a huge fix to a broken system that has been ripping off the American people for far too long. So the president's very committed to this. But right now, we need to reopen the federal government, and the president is remaining very firm in that position. Catherine.
If the vote fails in the Senate today to reopen the government, would that trigger layoffs?
Look, again, we hope that the vote will not fail, because this administration wants to reopen the government. We don't want to see people laid off. But unfortunately, if this shutdown continues, layoffs are going to be an unfortunate consequence of that.
Timing for when that would happen?
Well, look, we'll see how the vote goes tonight.
Is the White House floating a proposal to cap Obamacare subsidies by denying them to new?
So if the vote goes through, government gonna be shut down still. Psych, they gonna be open. They gonna be open. Then what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the next beef? What they gonna fight about now? What's gonna be the next drama? Who want this bill? Who don't want that bill? Who want this health care? Who don't want that health care? What about this war? What about that war? It started to get to the point where it's like, what's really going on underneath, behind the scenes? Show me something, because I feel like this is all a distraction. It gotta be. Something big has to be going on that we don't know what's going on. Like, they're not telling us, because this just seemed like some bullshit. Like, how many people are not really receiving their money? How many people are really going to be laid off? I don't think a lot. And I think a lot of people still getting paid. Not a lot of people, because some of us ain't getting paid, because some of these programs, literally, they just shut off already. But some people are getting paid, and a lot of people are not getting paid. But at the end of the day, it ain't like most Americans are running around like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting any money. There was never any money to begin with. Motherfuckers been broke. America been in a state of going to a slow deflation. And if you don't know what deflation is, go look it the fuck up. Okay? Like, we're getting to that point. All right? It's so bad that I think all these things that are happening are just distractions to take away from what's really going on in the economy. Because the economy is ass right now. Ain't no money out here. Ain't no jobs really hiring. Everything expensive as hell. And there's always something going on in the world to take away from people in America struggling. And people in America are struggling. So when I watch these things, I listen to politics, and I say, we got the Republicans, we got the Democrats, they got their point, they got their point. Now, how do these things come together, and then everyone in America, the citizens, gain something from it? How do we gain something from it? How do we get more? Where are those stimulus checks? Where are the Doge checks? Where are the tariff checks? I ain't seen no money coming to American taxpayers. Where the fuck are our money at? Because I hear about millions and trillions and gazillions and fabillions and tatillions and all this other shit, but I don't see no money coming to American taxpayers who out here struggling every day to pay their mortgage, to buy groceries, all that. So if these shutdowns don't result in anyone in America actually benefiting from them, then what the fuck are we doing besides just adding on another distraction while we all actually suffer? And that's why I like looking into it, because I'm like, I like seeing the big picture. I like hearing their positions and then seeing what's actually going on outside when I walk outside, and seeing how people are doing and talking to real people and saying, okay, these motherfuckers lying. When they say the economy's good and people got money and people ain't struggling, no, you lying. Motherfuckers are struggling. This shit is tough. And then when you say, oh, illegal immigrants and people getting health care and all this other shit, yeah, that is the truth. Okay, that is the truth. There are people out there getting health care, and there are people out here that do have citizenship and they're not getting health care. But in the grand scheme of things, what is our government trying to get done? Like, what do they want us to do as people? Where do they see our future going? Because people ain't having kids. People ain't having dreams anymore. People ain't even trying to accomplish anything. Most people are just waking up and just hoping they got enough money to get through the day at this point. So what's the goal for the country? What's the goal for the people? And where are we trying to head? Because I don't really know. I feel like it's one of those things where you either got to be rich at this point or you just going to be poor. Ain't no middle class, ain't no middle ground. You got to go for it all or you're going to end up with nothing. Because the government don't give a fuck. And the people in the government don't care either. They're playing a game for themselves. A game we don't even understand. We too worried about how much the damn grocery bill gonna be tomorrow to understand the game they playing. They over here trying to build 211-mile bridges to get mineral deposits and shit. So what are we really doing on the ground level? Because I think we missing the point here. And that's why I like to play these different clips for Wake That Ass Up, so I can wake your motherfucking mind up to the big game, okay? I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, because you're gonna have to read between the lines your damn self too, because you know they be trying to take people out. Y'all saw what happened with the Charlie Kirk show. I don't know what the fuck be going on out here, so I ain't gonna say everything I actually think, but I'm gonna say most of it. And what I really think is going on is this is all just a distraction from what's truly happening in America, which is our country is falling fast. The infrastructure of our country, the actual people within the country, the majority is falling fast. The minority, the 1%, the rich motherfuckers, oh, they flying high as a bitch. Sky high. They chilling. Elon Musk making more money. Jeff Bezos making more money. And the Facebook mother, Mark Zuckerberg making more money. And all these people making more money. The damn NFL about to make $28 billion this year. All tax-free. And these other, like, everybody making money. At the top. But what about everybody else? Because I don't see it. Minimum wage still what? $7? $8? $9? Maybe $10 on a good day? But everything expensive as a bitch. So all these distractions with the government while they still getting paid from our taxpayer money and building bridges and collecting shit that we don't even know what it's going to and where it's going is my problem. I need to know where the money is going. Where all of it's going. That should be like the first thing we get. Every month we should all get an alert in our phone. It should show us where they fuck they spent our taxpayer, where they actually spent it at. Who it actually went to. We need somebody need to go audit these motherfuckers. As people, we gotta audit these motherfuckers. We need to come together, all you CPO, all you damn people who do anything that gotta do with finance. We need to audit these motherfuckers. Because they cheating us. Elon Musk tried to, and they kicked him out real quick. Because he found 300-year-old men or women or some mummies or dust was receiving Social Security checks and shit. So where the money really going to? Because we ain't getting none of it, y'all. That's why I'm here, really. I'm trying to figure out where the fucking money going. Y'all we could talk about all this other shit, but I need to see the money. I'm a bottom line nigga. Where the fuck the money at? Because we need some money in America. Okay? We need some money. And y'all keep talking about shutdown and billions and trillions and shit, but ain't nobody. If you tell me you got all this money to print, just go ahead and slide us a couple $100,000. You ain't got to slide most Americans much. If you slid a couple of $100,000 or two, that'll fix a lot of problems. And they can do it. since it's just paper money they print anyways, but they act like they can't do it. Why? Because it's a trick. It's a game being played. All right?
I have not seen a proposal like that. Emily.
The president said yesterday he was considering a phase 2 approach to Venezuela. Is the president considering U.S. boots?
All right, we transitioning now. We about to talk about something different now. We off the government and politics, but they go ahead and ban my account. All right, y'all. We about to get into motherfucking. Oh, let me let you know, everybody on here chatting, I'm gonna get to you, okay? At the end of the chat, all right? Like I said before, I get on this YouTube thing to get my opinions out, and I do this for me. I love to just, let my voice reign into the world, not like all the time, but enough. I enjoy doing that. So I am gonna get back to you. I'm gonna respond to you in the chat. Not every message, but I'm gonna give you a shout out, okay? Everybody gonna get a shout out, but I ain't about to respond to everybody because there's too many motherfuckers talking, and I ain't that streamer that's about to act like I care that damn much, because I don't, okay? I truly care about the people that's in my life, in my circle, and my cats and my dogs and shit like that. Other than that, I ain't even gonna act like I won't be here acting like I'm y'all mama or y'all daddy, or I'm like y'all savior or Jesus or anything like that. I'm not, okay? I'm not. I'm just a regular motherfucker here, okay? I'm just a normal ass motherfucker in a Brewers hat. You see this? Hey, go Brewers! A normal motherfucker in a Brewers hat. So don't expect all this godly shit of me like responding to everybody in the chat. That's fucking ass. That's crazy. That's not happening, okay? But I'm gonna give everybody a shout out at the end. I'm gonna say everybody's name to show y'all support, because y'all showing me support. And on top of that, just have fun. Enjoy yourself, okay? Because we about to go into some crazy shit now. If you heard about the Netflix shit, I want your opinion, okay? You know what's going on with Netflix right now? Because Elon Musk trying to get Netflix shut down real quick. Or he's trying to get it shut down so he can buy it, probably. That's probably what he's trying to do. He probably pushing it like this so much because he want to get it shut down. Well, if you don't know what's going on, Netflix lost a bunch of money. I think like something like 10, 12, 13, 14 billion. Something crazy. Them billion numbers. And the reason they lost it is because about, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, not that long. Maybe about 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, this whole woke era started where media felt it was okay to put all types of sexual content into every aspect of media. Every aspect of media. And the whole LBGQ2, 3, 5, 4, 6, is too much. I can't even keep up with it. Okay, that whole damn long ass damn letter number combination, that thing just took a life of its own, and that became the number one focus. Okay? You couldn't tell a boy he was a girl, and you couldn't tell a girl he was a boy. You couldn't tell a little kid she wasn't a rabbit, and you couldn't tell a rabbit it wasn't a little kid. Okay, you'll get kicked off of everything and shunned and destroyed. Okay, everybody could feel and be what they wanted to be, even though God made us clearly one way or another way. But in that moment, it was okay to just blast woke content, as they would say or put it, everywhere. Trump took over, said, fuck all that woke shit. We're not doing that. There's a boy, there's a girl. Okay? There's a female, there's a male. Motherfucker, you are a girl, you are a child, or you are a dog. You ain't a dog child, you ain't a cat dog, you ain't a parrot human, you ain't none of these crayon human, you ain't identifying as a table. And you ain't doing none of that. You either a human being or you some inanimate object. Okay? You ain't both. He ended all that shit. He also ended all that woke extracurricular shit they was doing in TVs and movies for the most part. So when that comes to a lot of the female on female, the male on male, the things they were doing in terms of like animation for children's animation with, hey, hi little Tommy, it's okay to be a girl, all this random ass shit they was doing. Ended that shit pretty much. But Netflix thought it was okay to keep the shit going. They thought it was okay on their platform to continue to release woke content in this day and age where so many people hated it. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm one of them. God gave us clear, defined, okay, body parts. You either got a motherfucking vagina or a penis. That's it. Motherfucker, that's it. You might be some special alien that got both or something, but you either got one or the other. So you either are a male or a female. It's that simple. Ain't nothing else more to it. Everything else you making up in your fucking brain. And if you want to ban a nigga for saying that, that's some bullshit. Well, then ban science. Ban all the doctors that fix people based on all of that. Because when you go to a doctor, they need to know whether you're a male or a female. They don't just say, oh, just bring a this person in here. We'll just fix them as they are. No, you are a specific thing. You are a male or you are a female. You are a cat or you are a fucking dog. It is that simple. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So when you start to push, I got 2 kids. I got a boy, he's 2. I got a girl, she's 1. When you on TV and these cartoons and shit, and my kids be watching some of this shit, Super Y and Dora and all this extra shit, okay? And they be sometimes on Netflix and all that shit, and you trying to push that they are not what they actually are, or that it's okay to be something else in this world when it's really not okay to be that, that's diabolical. You're not even giving them a chance. Kids are so impressionable. You can't push that on kids. They ain't got a chance to decide who the fuck they are, who they want to be. And you already telling them, hey, little Bobby, you could be a girl. It's okay to be a girl, little Bobby. Hey, Bobby, it's okay to cut your penis off. It's okay to take all these injections and all these hormones that God didn't want you to take. What's wrong with these people? I'm a common sense, health is wealth, straightforward. This is what it's supposed to be, motherfucker. And if you don't like that, you should leave now because you about to hate what I'm about to fucking say. So go ahead and depart now. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. Okay, motherfucker. If you think by any stretch of the imagination that it's okay to undermine God's will, okay, and do this extra shit, be gay and you fucking crazy. You crazy as hell. I hope whatever you believe in save you. I hope whatever you believe in save you. Because that shit ain't right in no regard. Okay? Boys, keep your penises out of boys. What are you doing? Women, stop humping other women. What are you doing? There's a perfectly good male right here and a perfectly good female right here. Y'all better go together. You make a baby. It's beautiful. This shit work. What the fuck are we? We overthinking. We think we too smart. We that bored? We that fucking bored? That we want to just play games and say, oh, I could be a girl today. I could be a boy today. It's fucking gender bender day every day. That shit is crazy. I don't agree with it. So Netflix is losing a bunch of money because I guess a lot of people don't agree with it either. Because it's crazy. You can't be trying to indoctrinate my children with all this woke shit. Leave that shit to somebody else. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. If that's what you want to do, more power to you. When you got to talk to God, let me know how that conversation go, because the shit might not go well for you. But for me and what I believe in and what I feel, we are clearly made a certain way. You either going to be a boy, be a fucking boy, and turn your ass into a man, and be a man, do what men do. If you a woman, be a girl, and then turn your ass to a woman and do what women do. What the fuck? Why would you want to be the opposite sex? For what? To do what? To experiment? Just to check it out? To see how it is on the other side? The fuck out of town. That's a cop-out. You being weak. You better stick to what you came in. You came into this game away, and you better play the cards you was dealt. Ain't no I feel this way. I ain't feeling supposed to be this. I can't do it. I can't.
Over the animated series Dead End Paranormal Park, which features a transgender lead character.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier.
Well, Musk shared a post that said, quote, transgender propaganda isn't just quietly lurking in the background on Netflix. They are actively pushing it on users. Joining me now to react is
That's
Fox
crazy.
News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, what do you think about this?
Well, Carly, you have a child. Todd has kids. I have kids at young ages, and the fact that Netflix will go down this road, it's just a whole bowl of wrong. And Elon Musk has more followers, I think, on Twitter than.
And unless you got kids, you probably don't think this wrong. If you ain't got kids, you might not even understand or agree with this or feel the same way that people who have kids do. But if you got fucking kids and you love your kids, you know this shit is wrong. Y'all know I got kids. My kids on my channel. Y'all see that shit. That's wrong. I don't care what nobody say. You can't be just putting that out there like that. So then what these kids want to then, they going to make decisions at a young age that it's going to affect the rest of their life. They going to turn 20, 30 and then want to be themselves again and it's too late. Ain't no going back. So there's the ramifications from things like this. It's just like, why would they even do that? Netflix, that was a bad move.
Anybody in the world. So this is really going to have an impact. We're now seeing mass cancellations. And I'm not about cancel culture, but I could see why parents across the country are saying, I don't want my kid exposed to this stuff. I just don't understand why they would go down this road, but that goes back to the kind of people they hire. And this is what we're seeing now as a result. So, yeah, I just don't understand why, if you're Netflix, just give us good programming, give us the type of stuff that we want to watch. My wife loves the Sullivan Crossing and Virgin River. Fine, that's great. But to go here, obviously you're going to alienate people, and as a result, you're going to hurt your business. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, so the show's creator posted on Blue Sky, I have mostly been very okay today and found it all quite funny while really appreciating everyone who has reached out. But the extremely nasty, weird, homophobic, and anti-Semitic emails have started rolling in, and it's getting a little scary. I don't know what he means by either of those things, really, homophobic or anti-Semitic. But if you want to be the parent to teach your child...
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can have y'all opinions about what the fuck y'all think or believe, but listen. Nope. When it comes to transgender shit and all that, it shouldn't be out there at all. It shouldn't exist. It's not right. You are a male or a female. The content shouldn't exist at all. You're telling children it's okay to chop off your fucking body parts to try to be something else. And you guys think that's okay? And just say, well, you control and regulate what your kids watch. It shouldn't be in existence at all. It shouldn't exist. It's wrong from conception. So if you think it's okay to exist, then your brain is fucked up. It's crazy how people fucking even think. I'm just like, damn, people really are just goofy. It shouldn't exist. You are a male or a female. So what the fuck is a transgender? I'm waiting for you scientific motherfuckers to explain it to me. What is that? Who made that? How is it birthed? Is it born in the womb? How many months does it take for a transgender to come out? Is it made the same way? It shouldn't exist. It shouldn't exist. It's that simple. That's my problem with it. They made up some shit and they pushing it on people. You can't make up some shit and then push it on everybody. And then say, it's okay if it's out there, you just make sure you don't watch it. Get the fuck out of town. Get the fuck out of town. You're Looney Tune. You're Looney Tune. No, violence is real. Violence has always been here. Violence has always existed. Violence is it's clear as day. If you walk into the jungle, you're going to see a tiger violently kill another animal to survive. Violence is needed for survival in most scenarios. Violence has always been present. You don't got to push violence. Violence is innate in us. We all know how to survive. We all know how to fight for our lives. So violence is not going to fly. You need something better than violence. You need something better than violence. That was a weak ass play. That was the weakest play I've seen. You're losing this battle bad. And I ain't even battling you, but it's just I got to on this one because you're just crazy if you think that it's okay that transgender even exists. That's my dispute. Or do you think that it's okay that transgender exists? If you have kids, is it okay for your son or your daughter to switch and chop off their body parts and be something else? At 5 years old, at 6, at 7, at 8, and 9 years old? Could you make that decision at 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9? People are goofy. People are goofy, y'all. I can't let this shit slide. I'm not letting this shit slide. This shit is wrong. You can do what you want to do, but it's wrong. It's that simple. You are a male or you are a female. Everything else is bogus. And you're not about to push that on my kids.
About complex issues related to sexuality, shouldn't you be the one to do that?
Exactly. It all happens in the home. And in the home, I very easily can say, hey, I don't want Netflix anymore because I don't want my kid learning about this sort of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, again, playing the victim here is the producer. And obviously, he's probably going to have a problem finding a job after this because Netflix is really being hurt right now as far as people canceling. Therefore, the stock goes down. Therefore, a lot of things, bad things happen. I just don't understand why Netflix would go down this road when they have so much other great stuff on that site.
Well, it's a Netflix original. It's streamed for 20 episodes. It was canceled in 2023. Apparently, they're not actively promoting the show, but all the episodes remain active on the platform and available. So we'll watch that. There's also this new Gallup poll shows a new low of Americans who trust in the media, as the number now sits at 28%. This number?
How are we gonna trust the media, man? We can't trust the media. I can't trust the media based on that Netflix shit. I can't trust the media because I don't know what news sources lying to me about what is going on. I can't trust the politicians. I can't trust any celebrity because all these motherfuckers are just paid to say whatever the fuck they want to say. It's like, who can you really trust? That's why media is failing. Because ain't nobody speaking the fucking truth in their mind. To be honest, what's gonna win is gonna be small little people out here that ain't afraid to put their fucking voice out there and say what they want to say because it is what it is. And I ain't saying I'm about to be one of those motherfuckers full-fledged, but I'm gonna be it a little bit. I'm gonna be it enough. I'll start it. Well, I ain't gonna start it because somebody already started it. But I hop on the path, and if I got some shit I gotta say, I'm gonna say it because some shit ain't right. God told me I gotta say it. And I'm sorry, y'all. This whole transgender shit ain't right. It ain't never been right. And y'all know it's not right. And it's not right to push that on kids. If you want to be a grown-ass adult and do what you got to do what you got to do. That's you and God going to have that conversation at some point. But don't tell me you're going to put some shit and try to attack the kids. They're too susceptible to just being, yeah, and I want to be that. No, you don't want to be that. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. All right, y'all, we going to finish this out with Diddy. Hey, Diddy. Hey, Diddy. I ain't gonna lie. After I saw that Cassie video, this is another thing that I fucking hate. If you a man and you put your hand on a woman, you just all types of fucking soft and you need to be gone too. I ain't got no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing for no dude that ever touches a woman unless he trying to stab you or shoot you or do something like that. If she ain't trying to actually take your life in that moment, ain't nothing you need to be doing to be putting your hands on. There ain't no reason. So once I saw that video, bro, I hope you get as many years as they can give you. Because I don't give a fuck what pills you was on, what you was going through. Nothing can possess you to be doing that shit to a woman. And as men, and see, the men that was around him, them ain't men. Them is boys. Them is children. Ain't no real man gonna let no woman get beat up in front of him. I ain't letting no woman get beat up in front of me. Not by her husband, brother, sister, none of that shit. You better go ahead and you ain't doing that shit right here. You want to stop all that. We not doing that. Absolutely fucking not. And all the men out there that was around him, I don't respect none of them either. Because they knew that shit was happening. They let it happen. Cowards. 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 What the fuck is wrong with people? You got women. Ooh. Let me get into this shit. Okay, that nigga Diddy got 50 months. All right. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm glad he got the 50 months. Cause that nigga need to sit and reflect on what the fuck he was doing. You out here beating up women and shit like that and all types of shit. That shit's crazy. Okay, you need to sit in that motherfucker and really think about some shit for a good long time. I don't think 50 months was enough. Just off the video alone. If you ain't seen the Cassie Diddy video, go ahead and watch it. I can't watch it. It make me mad. I can't watch it again. It make me mad. Anything that gotta do with men beating up or fucking with women or anybody fucking with kids at all or anybody fucking with animals makes me piss the fuck off. I get mad immediately. I ain't gonna lie. I got a real issue with that. You can't be fucking with the things that can't, or the old people. You can't be doing that. Go pick on a man or something. Go pick on somebody your own size. So that boy Diddy he got a good 50 months in jail. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got.
Definitely appreciate it. Now, we are following some more breaking news. It has been a very busy Friday here as we have this post from the Inner City Press saying that Sean Diddy Combs has just been sentenced to 50 months of incarceration by the judge. That would be minus the 14 months that he's already served.
That's bogus. So he only got 36.
Extensive coverage. Again, TMZ right there saying Diddy sentenced to 4 years in prison.
Decades, literally decades. He was facing a sentence of like life in prison, and now, let's see, he's got 14 real months in. That's really going to count for like a year and a half. With the programming that he'll get, he can
appreciate you. Appreciate you. We'll be here tomorrow.
Look at the wording that was of interest. You know how the judge was pretty much admonishing him, taking into account that the judge felt that he had not shown any remorse. You know, and that Combs cried on the stand before like that. How effective do you think that was playing a part in this?
My uneducated guess is that the judge knew exactly what he was doing before he walked into that courtroom today. That he let everyone have their
might
speech.
be.
Everyone, I mean, this went on. Normally these things are an hour and a half. We've been here for 8 hours, right?
They also should have made that shit public. That trial should have been public. I think that's why that was some maybe. I ain't got no conspiracy theory on this, but I think Diddy was out there trying to make a power play, and he was fucking with the wrong people, and they pulled that card on his ass, and they got him in his position. I think that's what's really happening. He was fucking with them alcohol and liquor companies, and he was talking crazy, and he thought he was more than what he was, and they pulled the string on that motherfucker, and this is what's happening. I think that's what happened to Diddy in reality. I think he been doing this shit forever. He been Diddy bopping the Diddy parties for a long time. He just ain't Diddy bop to jail because he had people in his corner that was, making sure things were okay. But then he started talking crazy. He started getting loud. He started getting loud and saying the wrong things about the wrong people. And if you've been up on game, you can go look it up. Look into the liquor stuff with Diddy. And once that happened, shortly after, the strings got pulled. And then all the damn skeletons came out the closet. And you start to see all the random shit happening. That's how they play that big game. When you got money like that, it's about character assassination at the end of the day. It's about ruining your reputation. It's about not allowing you ever to make money again. And wiping the money you do got out in legal fees and shit like that. So this is a weird game that once you get to those levels, people be playing. And I just be watching it because I be trying to see what the fuck going on. I'm like, let me just see what the big people do. You know what I'm saying? How they play their games. But if you ever want to get rich and powerful, just know the games run deep. The games run deep. And a lot of people, play out of position. And Diddy, in this sense, played out of position. A little too much. And now he's going to have to suffer for it. He's going to sit in jail for a little bit, come out, not have as much money, not have as many resources, maybe be forgotten by a culture that's already dying because hip-hop is dying. And then we'll see what's left for him. But at the end of the day, when it comes to partying and all the other shit, yeah, man, Trump, Diddy, Epstein, them motherfuckers all been partying their life away. They all been having a good time. The only motherfucker that came out clean, though, was Trump. You ain't getting Trump with nothing. Trump ain't having it. It's not happening. All right, y'all. Let's wake that ass up. This your boy Leroy Mitchell. I got an MMA fight coming up this Saturday. It's going to be in Superior, Wisconsin. We're going to be live streaming the weigh-ins Friday, starting at like 10 a.m. going to like 6 p.m., something like that. Friday will be Saturday. We'll be live streaming that on the channel too as well, starting like 5 p.m. So y'all see the stream pop up. If you want to come on, you can. If you don't want to come on, like I said, I don't really give a damn. I do this for me. As for now, I'm going to get everybody their shout outs. Everybody gonna get their shout outs. Let me go ahead and play some of my music. I don't care if you like it or not. Like I said, I do everything I do it for me. You know what I'm saying? My family and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and play Feeling Paranoid. I be feeling paranoid right now with this shit going on. Alright, shout out time. Shout out Drift Produce. Drift Prod. Shout out Sylvia. Shout out Dylan Ellis. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Jackie. Shout out Timothy. Shout out Hobson. Shout out Dougie. Shout out Blue Crab. Everybody getting their shout outs real quick. Shout out Midwest Jewelers. Shout out Real Talk with Cash. Yeah, everybody shout outs before I get off here. Shout out John, Edmund, Mikhail, The Desert, Vulture. Who else we got on here? MJA the Barbie, shout out. Beautiful Danielle, shout out. Or Daniel, something like that. If I mess your name up, my bad. Shout out Chase. Shout out Nicholas. Shout out Chris. Shout out Equirless. Shout out Look Bryce. Shout out Suzanne Ash. Shout out Manic Cam. Shout out Modown. Shout out Adam. Shout out Crash Gray. Dang. 60-second Assassin, Brian. A lot of y'all on here, baby. Give everybody a shout out. Jason, Hurley, Elaine, Aloha Kitty. Aloha Kitty. Carlito, Slime, SO122, Escape Adventures, Hobson, Lawrence Carter, Robbie, Michael Quate, We're Not Okay, Barney T, damn, Zuno Cat, I'm feeling paranoid, SMD, everybody getting their shout outs. Emoli, something like that. Emily Eeks. Emily Eeks. Emily Eeks. We're going Emily Eeks. Debbie. Hold on, we go keep going. Cut by Ocean. We almost get to the top, y'all. All the shout outs out here for everybody who came on and joined the chat. If you ain't hear your name, you can go ahead and say I ain't hear my name and I'll say it. Jennifer Myers. And then Coast Slider. All right, that's everybody. I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody, yo. Them niggas tried to get your boy. I'm feeling paranoid.
Yeah, it's your boy Leroy Mitchell.
I'm feeling paranoid. I'm feeling paranoid.
Them niggas tried to get you.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Thank you all for joining. We'll wake that ass up where we bring you sports, news, entertainment, and life. So I'm going to leave y'all with one little life topic, okay? And my life topic for today is make sure you support yourself, okay? Make sure you support yourself at all costs. A lot of people may not support what you want to do or your dreams or your goals or your passions. People may make fun of you online, make fun of you in person, all that. Don't worry about that. Just support yourself. Love yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do that no matter what. And just do it. It don't matter what it is. It could be the streaming stuff. It could be working a job. It could be doing anything you want to do. But make sure you support yourself more than anybody else supports you. You got to be your number one fan, not nobody else. You got to be your biggest supporter. If you're not your biggest supporter, nobody else is going to support you. You got to support yourself to the max. You got to love yourself to the max. You got to help yourself to the max. Help yourself. Love yourself. Support yourself. Give to yourself. If you do that, you're going to be happy. I promise you. All right? That's a life thing for you. All right? It's your boy Leroy Mitchell, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Wake that ass up. All right? Go Brewers. All right? Go Brewers. Go Brewers. Go Brewers, baby. Go Brewers. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. All right?